Welcome back to Let's Play Stardrive 2. Latest and greatest episode. I took a few minutes before I started the stream. I launched the game and I went ahead and made a modified class of cruiser for us. So the original cruiser we had redesigned for fusion power focused mainly on speed, and it wasn't terribly durable, in my opinion. So if we look at shipyards, let's look at our old class. Here it is. Mark II. So we have a lot of speed, but we're not terribly durable. No side shielding, no sidewall shielding. Just heavy front shielding, heavy overall shielding, no sidewall shields. Which I felt was leaving our fusion power, which is our main power plants on the sides, vulnerable. So I threw together a modified version, which has sidewall shields. It's not as fast. The turning speed is still decent, though. I mean, it's not as high of a turning rate as this ship, but it's got a pretty good turn rate. And I put on point defense, more point defense. So as you can see, there's no point defense here, and here we've got more point defense. 4 on the front, 1 on each side. And our fusion power plants on the sides are more protected because we've got an additional layer of shielding. Pardon me. Coughing all over the place. So, I think we'll go with this design for attacking the Kilrathi, and the assessment is that we should attack the Kilrathi, but we should also allow a peace deal. So, we should probably also send our spies to go wreak havoc. I don't know how to do this. Operations? Oh, how do I... There we go. Sounds like a plan. If I'm fighting the Kilrathi, I need to make sure that the Opturus hive is not going to be knocking on my back door. That would definitely be the end of us, instead of most likely the end of us. Important distinctions to make. Alright. Where are you going? No. We just colonize that place. Okay, so... here? Yep. Alright, now we need to refit those ships. Refit a lot of them. So 93 production to refit each one. We're gonna rush the first 2. Or maybe first few. Oh, I bet the one that was really expensive, which was the first one, was the old design. That never got refit before we had to fight off the Masters. I bet that's why it was so expensive. Alright. Alright, let's knock down our tax rate. Alright, we also need to take a look at all of our colony worlds that are built up. Make sure, yeah, see, need a military antenna. Okay. going to need a military antenna. I don't need one of those yet. Not until you have 3 population. Alright. What more do we got after that? One more. Alright. So, with that, we need to... Okay, also I'm at a complete loss where our troops are. Are they over here? Yep, they are. Also, we're probably going to need more troops than this, especially if we're invading the Chlorathy. And I've noticed that this medkit apparently has no effect on the turn-based battles. Absolutely no effect, as far as I can tell. So we're going to go ahead and call this new loadout. And we'll call this fighter. Done. Because they don't use it during the battle to heal, and they don't use it afterwards to heal. So, as far as I can tell, there's no healing on troops at all anymore. So, that med pack is completely useless. Probably gonna need troops. Alrighty. Here we go, 3 more troops. I think as soon as these troops move up, we need to invade the newer Chlorathy expansion worlds up here. Maybe this system. Yeah, it's only got 1 population on it, so it's going to be pretty easy to take. It's only got 18. I might as well assign her since she's here already. Don't need that guy. Bringer of Death is pretty big malice. We don't have cloning tech. Rise to the pachyderms! How the hero Suji came into sentience and began traveling the stars is a mystery even to her. Her people, the elephants, are among the most intelligent and empathic creatures to rise from the human homeworld of Earth, but they are so very few in number, large due to their inability to technologically compete with humans. Suji, however, was granted cybernetic augmentation and a neural interface, allowing her to rapidly assimilate the necessary knowledge. The impediment to elephant sentience was not a lack of capacity, but instead a true alien mentality. Without ordered language, elephant intelligence remained emotional, focused on the present, and unsuitable to dialogue with humans. But no more. Suji's Uplift project has been a success. The remaining elephant population has been fitted with the necessary cybernetics. By and large, the elephants have been truly ecstatic to receive the upgrades. Many have become poets and singers and writers. Others, like Suji, have become scientists. And still more just want to keep on living like they have, but with the added benefit of being able to converse with one another and participate in society at large. Gain 3 elephant citizens who will attempt to find a home in your empire. There is no room for them to recolonize, they'll join other empires. So we do have several freshly colonized worlds, plus lots of space in our belts. Like, I've got 2 free space here and 4 free space here. I'm sure they'll find a home. Have they already populated out to my colonies? Yes, they have. Okay, so we have one in Erub, another in Lotu. Nice. We have elephants. And the elephants are incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. Oh, I thought it was that world. This world? Nope. Over here? Yep, here's one. I'm trying to remember what the exact modifier is that the elephants produce. I think they have the level 2 in everything. So there's the level 1, which is the plus 1. I think they have the plus 2 in everything. In food production, industry, and science. Might just have plus 1 in everything? Plus 2 in food, plus 1 in everything else? I'm not sure. It's been a while. And I don't remember off the top of my head. I can't see it directly on them. They're quite strong, though. And I don't remember if you can breed them. I guess the easiest way to find out would be to move him off. So let's find out. Move you. I don't really care. Somewhere else. So 6 turns, we'll find out. Lag, why is the game so laggy? So this is actually our exploration frigate, okay. No, I just want that one. Alright. Here goes. Bad idea, Mark 1. Okay, so Ferocious Warriors +5, Ferocious Warriors +10, Haiji Homeworld +10. So they're very durable. I get Professional Military +2 and Professional Military +5, Professional Military +5. So that's Znod's personal stats, and this is my soldier's personal stats. One Kolrathi citizen does not stand a chance. Or militia, I guess. Alright, let's go for Kitty now. Oh shoot, we can't make it to Kitty. Wow, wow. Oh, we can make it to Kitty, just barely. Okay, never mind. Wasn't calculating right the first time. Yeah, we don't have any fuel cells on these ships. So they only have the fuel in the engine sectors. We need the rust. Oh, that's right. It has that issue sometimes. Alright, so we can add the roster from here. Alright, let's build to deal with the pirates. Alright. Our first major fleet battle with the Kolrathi. I would say we have them at a disadvantage here. It's my gut instinct. I wish there was a way to tell them to keep formation when you move, instead of just all spreading out in a line. So we'll just let the Kolrathi come at us. These are their frigate classes, not even their cruisers. You can see how big they are. They are about 30% smaller than our, 20% smaller than our cruisers. They're pretty large. They're pretty big. Well, maybe 50% the size of our cruisers. Still, that's very big. But there's less of them, and we have shields. He doesn't appear to have shields on these, does he? Oh, he does have shield tech. Why he's only got one with shields, I don't know. But he's only got one. Go get them, boys! He's got 2 his shields. That one's got a shield generator too. I didn't see that one. That one's shield generator. There is absolutely no science whatsoever to this fight. It's just, I'm grossly more powerful than his fleet, so I can basically do whatever I want. No science needed. Just face smash him, you know? That's all that's needed in this particular instance. So apparently my ships decided it'd be a great idea to stack basically almost vertically. That's hilarious. As you can see, my ships are amazing at aiming. Sometimes volume of fire can be just as effective, if not more effective, than pinpoint accuracy. And the starbase. Oh, I thought I clicked begin. So he's got Gauss, which is actually being stopped by my shields. And cruise missiles, but you know. Well, why did you keep on coasting out that way? You're supposed to come to a full stop there, buddy. Probably because you have behavior keep moving. Let's change that to stay still. Starbase is almost down. There it goes. Alrighty. I would say that this cruiser design is quite effective. It's very, very durable, which is sort of the goal. All the flares mean that the missiles never come close to me. Hopefully jamming 99% of all missiles. I don't know. We'll see if they can throw a big enough missile fleet at me that I would begin to worry about my capacity of flares. Alright. Confirm. So we killed the militia, and that was about all we did. Those two are going to take at least one more invasion tick, if not two. So the real goal of this war is to take as much as we can from the Kilrathi. Before they inevitably sue for peace. At least that's what I'm saying now. Yay, we did it. Belter Pride at Kitty Belt. Well, that didn't take long for them to turn their colors to me. Alright. They have a large group there, alright. Alright, and... that's what I was afraid of. Alright, I think this time we'll leave Zanod back where he was, maybe? Or... well... stay still. Go forth and battle! Yeah, I need to relook at my campaigns and see if I ever finished, because I don't remember if I ever finished the No Shields campaign. Maybe one of you can remembers and tells me before I look it up. We'll see. So I'm probably not going to look it up, even if I do remember, until after I get done recording for today, which is going to be like 3 or 4 episodes. And I'm going to start uploading this episode as soon as I get it recorded, so it's going to be soon here. We're hitting the half-hour mark pretty soon, so it's going to be pretty close to over this episode. Those are stacked on top of each other right there. Looks like 3. 4. There's 4 there. That's 4 ships. It's 4 ships. Okay. The quantum state ship design right here. 4 ships all occupying the same space. It's called advanced engineering, you know, can build ships in space. Get a Star Wars feel here. Look at all the Star Destroyers pounding the starbase. That one actually kind of looks... That silhouette there actually looks like a Star Destroyer. It's pretty funny. That Star Destroyer silhouette. If no one else can see that Star Destroyer, I'm sad for you. Alrighty. deploy this invasion. That was weird. Just took over my screen and went bottom left with it. Alright, I did set you guys to building, didn't I? Yes, I did, okay. It's just taking a while to build that. Wow, it's taking a while. Oh, right, we were going to check to see if... Nope. It grew a person. Alas, did not grow an elephant. Maybe over time it'll grow an elephant, we'll see. Four turns, and then we need to build another constructor. That's a lot of money I'm losing a turn. Wow. Colony maintenance and spy upkeep, apparently. Fleet maintenance isn't even one credit. Ah, it's because I'm only at 15 of, 15 of 22 right now. Okay, so we need to research. We need to research down to battleship construction. We need battleships. We need battleships really bad. So take industrial infrastructure. Wow, that took like almost a minute for that turn to process from when I hit turn. At least that's what it felt like. Alright, at least one more turn on that invasion. There we go. What? Troll game is troll. Say, running a deficit? Need to pay your debts? Let's scrap one of your biggest cash-making buildings. That's what you wanted, right? No game. It's not what I wanted. Alright. We have a situation called not enough transports somehow. Seems like I just built like 30 of them. Build some more. Maybe that'll be enough. It's gonna be a couple of turns. Oh, I bet you they're getting blown up when they're flying across here. I bet you that's what's happening. And I don't know how his influence is completely wiping out my influence that's been here for forever, but it is. We have detected a signal originating from the outskirts of the Low-2 system. It appears the primary star is being... Uh-oh. That seems really bad. Alright, we're going to invade this system, and then we'll call it an episode. And we're just going to... Apparently, the Starbase has decided to... shoot at Zanod. So we'll have him move a little bit closer to the fleet. Hopefully he'll stay behind the ships. My cruisers are much tankier than his ship. Also, something I just remembered that you guys should probably like to know is that I modified the design also. I didn't tell you this when I was talking about it earlier. All of these components here, these components here, these shield generators are all armored, so they have more hit points. So... So, I would say, based on the level of difficulty of the last Masters fleet, that scanning event is probably going to be pretty hard. Just guessing. And there goes the Starbase. Deploy the invasion army. Bye-bye, freighter. Alrighty. See, we've now lost that system that we were trying to build a starbase in. But the pirates... See, at one point, we were actually fully connected over the top of this. We were fully connected up here. Through here, at one point. We're gonna move you there. See if we can perform an intercept on that fleet. So I'm gonna say we're gonna finish the invasion of Kitty. One more turn. One more turn. Alright. And then gonna merge up. Let's see if you want peace. Contact. Discuss. Treaties. Peace. What can I fleece you out of? Out of my factory? Alas. Brain Pal would be incredibly good. Class 3 shields would be better, but that's way outside my price range. Pollution resequencer. Really? Alright, I'll give you a little bit of money. How's that sound? $271 credits. Xenopsychology for pollution resequencer and peace. Pollution resequencer is going to be really, really critical. It'll allow us to build. Well, if we only build in our belts. If we only build the fleets in our belts. We technically don't need these. We technically don't need this. In which case, Xenomine would be better. Yeah, there's basically nothing besides... Well, that would be good. Oh, there I have credits on the table. Man, he's driving a really hard bargain. I'm inclined to say it's actually worth. Alright, so our ships move faster, and our people are smarter, our scientists are smarter. So that is quite good. You can come down here. Unfortunately, our ships are not going to be any tougher in combat. But I think that does it for now. We've taken back Kitty, which is one of the ones we really wanted to colonize because of the Trilithium belt. And if our influence can grab this, which I doubt because it has a station in it. So if we do another war with him, the first goals will be to blow up the stations here so we can build stations there and take the sectors. We're also going to need to flex our muscle against Opteris to relink our colony A-gate back up and grab this put a colony here, or a station there, and then grab this belt as well. 6 population on there. Wow. So he's got the one that increases your population Has to. Alright, well, there you have it. The bad idea turned out to be an okay idea because apparently he didn't have any fleet to fight us with. So, see you guys next time.